Maybe we can light an incense. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a little bit weird. I haven't filmed a video like this, not even once, I don't think. But I haven't had anything interesting going on this week. Nothing vlog worthy. So I thought I'd do like a little sit down video on my channel, in my vlogs, in my videos. I do discuss my skin a lot, and I have discussed my skin a lot, and it's been a big part of my life, really, like my whole skin journey. Sit still, Bella, Jesus. Yeah, so it has been a big part of my life, and I just thought I'd kind of give you a bit of a timeline and discuss my journey, where I started, how I've ended up here, like with my skin, not anything else, but yeah, just kind of delve into it. I'll insert some images. And I feel like it would be cool to like look back on, and even if it helps just one person kind of relate or feel a little bit better about their skin situation, then, you know, that's my aim, really. Like, you're not alone if you're struggling with your skin. To kick it all off, I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee again. So to set the scene, my skin journey started probably around the age of 11 or 12, I want to say. I was quite young, and that's kind of when my mum brought in skincare and taught me how to look after my skin, cleansing, moisturizing, all of that sort of stuff. And being like 11 years old, you don't really get it, and the first cleanser you try is never going to be the cleanser that you're going to use. I mean, for some people maybe, but I know that I went through a lot of changes in my skincare products. So yeah, it's different for everybody. But 11 years old, I started cleansing and moisturizing, and my mum kind of taught me, you know, the whole circular motion thing. And I had no problems. Like, I was 11 years old. I didn't even have pimples yet, but it was more for just good skin health and keeping the elasticity there and all of that. And just to kind of get me into it and into a routine for when I did need it, sort of thing. And I was good for a couple of years, I reckon. Like I said, I tried multiple different cleansers in the beginning. I remember to this day, the first cleanser that I tried, it was the Neutrogena. I don't know the name of it, but it was like the white bottle with the funny little pump. I used that, and it just, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't amazing, but I landed on Sukin. So Sukin was great for a while. I used that for years, up until probably the age of like 14 or 15, I think, was when I started having a few problems. Nothing major though. I reckon around 14 years old, I obviously, mid-puberty, you start to get spots here and there, which was fine. I never really had a problem with it. I've always viewed my skin to be a little bit worse than it actually was, I think. But now looking back, it was pretty bad. Like, when you're experiencing it and you see it every day, you kind of think, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. But it wasn't good. So yeah, I started to break out a little bit, and then it progressed. Going on the pill and stuff was something that my GP suggested. It's something that all GPs suggest to clear skin up, like, you know, hormonal imbalances. But for me, I had a bad reaction to it, and it also wasn't doing anything for my skin. So I stopped taking it because it just wasn't helping. I was put on an oral antibiotic to clear it up, as well as a topical like steroid kind of cream. That also did nothing. I was breaking out like across here. This has always been a huge problem area for me, and I know that on the charts and stuff it is linked to hormones, but I unfortunately just wasn't able to balance my hormones with the pill or something like that, because I just reacted badly to it. Like, it made me really sick. So I tried it for a couple of years, and there was minor improvement, but it wasn't really anything major. Across my forehead as well. So it was really just acne. Like, it was just taking over, it was spreading. So the topical steroid cream didn't do anything, and in combination with the oral antibiotics didn't do anything really. I was on them for maybe, it was a long time. It was like 6 months or something. And yeah, just wasn't doing much. So I went back to my GP, and they were like, we'll try a different pill. Like, I know some people have to chop and change to find the right one that just works well with them. I did actually land on one that didn't make me sick at all. Like, I felt fine, but it wasn't clearing my acne up. So I stayed on it, but I ended up going to a dermatologist at around the age of like 15, 16. And yeah, so the acne presented like 13, 14, and then I didn't go to the dermatologist. Like I went through all the other avenues before going to the dermatologist. So yeah, I got referred. I went at like 16, so it was 3 years of like this build up of acne, and it was just getting pretty bad. Like my skin was not smooth at all. I had like raised areas everywhere. It was so bumpy. It wasn't too aggravated, but it was just, it wasn't healthy skin. Like I had bacteria, I had like cystic infections. Like it wasn't terrible. And I know that I'm lucky in the scale of acne. It wasn't too bad, but it still damages your confidence, you know? Like walking around with acne, everyone has their own thing. And for me, I knew my skin could be better, and it was hard. Like being 16 years old, going through high school, like dealing with all the normal high school stuff that you get on top of it, and then having acne as well. Like it just, yeah, it wasn't good. And being 16 years old, you try and cover it up, you put makeup on top of it, even though you get told not to. Like you do all the stuff you get told not to do just to try and make your face look better. So it was hard. In hindsight, I feel like I definitely suffered with it more emotionally than I thought I was. But we'll get into that and why, like how I've recognized that a little bit later on in the video. So yeah, went and saw the dermatologist, and basically he just said to me that I'd been through all of the avenues that I could take. So he prescribed me Roaccutane, and I don't know if you can hear that. Brief intermission. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding Roaccutane. I posted a TikTok a couple of months ago, and there were a lot of people that were upset by the fact that I had been on Roaccutane. And I totally get where they come from. Like I know it's got some pretty severe side effects, but that doesn't mean everybody gets them. And I personally didn't experience anything too negative with it. And I know it's not great for, you know, certain parts of your body, your organs, like internally and all of that. But it's really just a case of you've got to do what you've got to do. Acne is far beyond just waking up with like one spot on your face. It's actually like a bacterial infection. And if you don't do something about it, it's literally never going to get better. Like if you just think, oh, once I grow out of it, get out of puberty, you know, become an adult, it'll clear up. It doesn't. May for some people, like I said, it doesn't just go away overnight. It doesn't just clear out once you become an adult. And there's only certain methods that will get rid of it, depending on what the cause of it was. And in my case, I definitely don't think it was hormonal. I thought it could have been initially, but I definitely don't think that it was. So yeah, I started the Roaccutane, stopped everything else, obviously. I was still on the pill at the time too. And my skin cleared up like so well. I was on it for about 6 months. I was meant to be on it a little bit longer. I did experience some side effects. I don't really know, but I stopped it because I started not feeling very well. But long story short, turned out it was actually the pill. I'm a very sensitive little bean, you know? I came off the pill, tried many after that as well. None of them worked. They all made me sick in the long run. I was still 16 at the time, maybe 16, 17, when I stopped the Roaccutane. And Roaccutane stays in your system, they say for a month, but I still feel like you've had the effects of Roaccutane past that 1 month. Like I reckon my skin was great for like 3-4 months after that. But after that 3-4 month mark, I started to see change in my skin again. And I reckon I was about 17 at this time. It wasn't anything major, it happened really, really slowly. Like I was still very much growing, probably, you know, experiencing hormonal changes. So waking up with a spot or two here and there definitely didn't bother me at all because it was nowhere near what I was experiencing prior to that. But over about a 4-year period, I'm 22 now, between the ages of like 18 and 21, it came back. My acne definitely came back. I was waking up with the cystic spots. I had a lot of redness. it was different to my first round of acne, that's for sure. The second round, it was very much under my top layer of skin. It was down to like the dermis, like it was really below my skin, because your skin obviously has multiple layers. It was not surface level. So I let it go for a little while because, again, I kind of thought I'd been on Roaccutane once. I really don't want to go on it again. And I am growing still. I'm really on the tail end of puberty. Surely my hormones are settling down. Like, maybe it will just clear itself up. And this second time round, I was obviously a little bit older. I wasn't in school anymore. I wasn't super self-conscious of it. It was definitely something that I noticed, but like I said, again, in hindsight, looking back on it, now my skin's clear. Looking back at pictures of myself, I'm like, whoa, it actually was so much worse than I was telling myself that it was. I'm very aware that people have got it a lot worse than I had it, but you know, everyone experiences things differently. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now. So when I was 21, like I said, I'm 22 now, after about 3 years, 18 to 21, of watching my acne progress again and slowly get worse, I decided to get a dermatology referral because I had just come to the realization that it wasn't going to get better on its own. And I just had enough. I was like, nothing I'm doing is working. I went to the dermatologist and she flat out told me, you've got moderately severe cystic acne under the skin. And that's why all of this pigmentation was there. She was like, yes, you're not getting pimples on the surface, but they're there, they're under the skin. And that's why it's so red and inflamed. And that's why you've got all of these red spots that aren't raised, but they're there. And she gave me my options and I opted for Roaccutane again because it was the only option that really made the most sense for me. The other ones, there were factors that just weren't gonna work for me. I started it again. She had prescribed it to me for 8 months, 9 months. I was on it for like eight and a half months, around about that time frame. So I did it for a lot longer this time. And she actually said that only like 20% of the population have to do a second round. So that was me. And she actually said 3% of the population have to do a third round. So I just thought, man, if that's me, we've got a problem. But so far so good. But this second time round, my skin has never looked better. Like, I have a little bit of makeup on under my eyes. I've never been happier with my skin. But yeah, that's kind of like the shortened version of my skin journey. It's definitely something that has a huge impact that you don't really notice, but it's more of an emotional and psychological impact. Like, it sounds really dumb, but it's hard to cope with an insecurity. If you can't control it, it makes it so much harder to cope with. And your skin is just the same ball game, really. It's still something that's in the back of your mind. Like, when I go shopping for skincare and stuff, like, you're really hesitant to try anything or change anything, or you're just really careful about anything that you use on your face because you've just got this constant, like, what if it comes back? Like, I've got a whole basket sitting over there of skincare products that I love and I've bought, and I cannot use pretty much any of them. This video isn't me pushing Roaccutane on people either, because my TikTok friends had a problem with that video that I made a couple of months ago. And I'm not trying to promote it in any way, shape or form. I'm not saying that Roaccutane is what you need to fix your skin. It's totally your choice. It's just my journey. That's what I chose to do. That's what worked for me. So I'm gonna show you my skincare products now. And I'm gonna show you a couple that I'm not using currently, but I really did like during Roaccutane as well. So I'm gonna grab all of them and I'll come back. Okay, I've gathered my products. The cleanser that I use, there's two that I love. I don't use both of them at the moment. This one here, it's the La Roche-Posay Effaclar cleanser. It's pretty affordable. It's on the pricier side in terms of chemist brand cleansers. It's really good for acne prone skin, but I really like it. The other cleanser that I was using, I'll insert a picture here. It was the Esme Skin Probiotic Milk Cleanser. I love that cleanser. It's so good. It's super moisturizing, but it doesn't leave you with like a greasy residue or anything like that. The moisturizer that I use, I used to use this one. which is literally the moisturizer version of that one, the La Roche-Posay Effaclar moisturizer. It's great. I really love this moisturizer. It's just a little bit too pricey for me. Like, it's affordable, but I wanted to find something that was just as good but a little bit cheaper than this one, because I think it's like $37 or something, and there's like hardly anything in this. So love the product, but don't really love the price point. So in place of that moisturizer, I tried the CeraVe SA Smoothing Cream, and this one, again, perfect for acne prone skin. So yeah, I replaced the La Roche-Posay moisturizer with this. Love it. And I actually found that it's really like, it's a smoothing cream. Any bumps on your skin, gone. I really like it. I would like to try the cleanser version of this. Highly recommend that one. And then during my Roaccutane period, again, La Roche-Posay, I've seen this going around on TikTok recently, so it's getting its little limelight. It's the Cicaplast Balm B5. It's a soothing repairing balm. Basically, my mum bought this. There was a sale going on in Priceline or something, so she bought 2 of them. And I use this for my cracked lips, because anyone who's been on Roaccutane knows the dryness is real. But I really like this during my Roaccutane period. I don't really use it that much anymore. Even if you've got tattoos and stuff, like a fresh tattoo, maybe not fresh, but like a tattoo that's feeling a bit dry or something like that. I've got little tattoos that I put it on sometimes, and it just bounces them back. I don't know what the price point for this is, but I'd say it's a little bit pricier, being La Roche-Posay. Yeah, you'd have to look that one up yourself, sorry. Another product that I really like is this, Sukin. Like I said, I still love Sukin. This is their Super Greens Facial Recovery Serum. It's for normal to dry skin types, so I wasn't really using this. I did buy it before I went on my Roaccutane for the second time. And I did use it here and there, but I kind of cut it out of my skincare routine because, like I said, I am an oily skin type generally. But yeah, their Super Greens Facial Recovery Serum, love it. Super affordable as well. I mean, in terms of Sukin, it's like $20 or something. And it's pretty small, but it lasts for ages. Like, you only need like 1 to 2 pumps of this. But I didn't repurchase it again because I couldn't find it. So I'm not even sure if they're still selling it. So when I needed another serum, I got this one, which again, ironically, is popping up on my TikTok a lot as well. Lots of people are buying this and using it, but it's for sensitive and dry skin again. It's the Dermaveen Skin Renewal Facial Serum, but I enjoyed that when I was on my Roaccutane. In terms of sunscreen, I have got multiple. I'm a big believer in using face sunscreen for your face because, like I said, oily skin, all of that sort of stuff. I find that body sunscreen is just too much for my face, too greasy, too oily, really pore clogging. But that's the one I use on my body. I mean, I'm not a big sunscreen guru. I just bought this one because it was affordable and I liked that it was reef friendly. But for my face, I actually won this one in like a weird little raffle, but I really like it. It's the Sunbum Face 50 Plus, but I really like it. It's a sunscreen, you know, but I find that it's not super oily. It's really, really lightweight, as it would want to be because that's what it's advertised as. But I recently bought this one, and by recently I mean it was a few months ago, but it's my most recent sunscreen that I've purchased, and it's the Bondi Sands Face SPF 50 Plus, but it's the tinted one, and it's also hydrating, like it's the tinted hydrating. And this was because I was on Roaccutane when I purchased it. I still use this though, and I like it. I don't know where people stand on this one. If you've heard of the Yuka app, everything I scan says that it's horrific for me, but I've had acne and I'm not willing to change my products at the moment, but this one's affordable as well. So that's good sunscreen. I use this sometimes. It's the Glow Recipe Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. I'm someone who just jumps in the shower and washes it off with my cleanser, and then I just cleanse like twice or however many times I need to like actually be able to cleanse my skin. But I have to say, I actually really do like this product. It doesn't break me out or anything. Yeah, it just melts your makeup away. I really like it. I haven't used it in a while. I know this one is more of a pricey item, but it's actually really good. You don't need much on your finger at all to be able to take a whole face of makeup off And it is good because if you use this prior to showering, like you melt all your makeup off and then you get in the shower and cleanse, then obviously you are just literally cleansing your face. You're not wasting product on washing makeup off and then cleansing again. And on the Glow recipe train, I'll just show you it because I've got it here. I did buy the Glow recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops and they smell great. But like I said, I just haven't been putting too much on my skin since Roaccutane, especially niacinamide. I'm almost out of that 12-month bracket, so I can probably start using a few more things. But it's just a little bit scary being on it and then introducing products that you haven't used for a while, but I probably will at some point start using a few more things again. But yeah, that's all I really use. I use face masks occasionally, but I'm not going to show you them because I literally don't do them at all, really. I probably should start doing them again. I might do one tonight, now that I think about it. I am going to finish the video here because I think I've rambled for more than long enough. But yeah, I hope this video has related to some of you at least. I really just wanted to kind of put it out there, even for me to look back on, but I feel like when I was going through it with my skin, I definitely found it helpful to relate to other people going through the same thing and to watch it and to see it and to get recommendations and to just kind of like immerse myself in the community of skincare problems. It just helps, I think, to watch other people and to see that other people are experiencing it. Like, you're really not experiencing it on your own. I'm always free to chat if you have any questions or, you know, want to know anything, even about Roaccutane, if you're tossing it up, thinking about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too boring. Hope it related to some of you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. I promise the videos will be more fun than this one. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.